What's up, Mason here on the Synthedelic channel. This time it's going to be a Killer Klowns guitar tone for the Katana. You can barely hear the main guitar in the song besides the main lick. You can barely hear the guitars besides that. I didn't play any of the palm muty stuff, because I just don't really hear the palm muty stuff in the mix. I didn't cover the palm muty stuff. I kind of went with something different. The thing that makes this guitar tone stand out and be unique is the megaphone-like delay that it has on it, and I think I captured that pretty well. So let's hop into the Tone Studio and check out what I got. For the rhythm guitar parts, I'm using the clean channel, the gain at 20, the bass at 42, the middle at 73, the treble at 59, the presence on 54, and the cabinet resonance set to deep. This is the basic starting tone. It's really clean. It's going to be chain 2-1. For the booster, I have the Rat booster. It's because it's like a retro kind of distortion on it. I got 51 in the drive, -3 tone, +3 bottom, 67 effect level. And with that, it sounds like this. In the mod spot, I have a compressor with the sustain at 95, the attack on 41, the tone at 0, and the effect level at 49. And the type is the Boss compressor. That just makes the sustain a lot longer. If this wasn't a Floyd Rose guitar, that probably would have rang out like forever. In the effects slot, I have this parametric EQ, not changing the low gain, no low cut. I'm boosting 315 Hz by 1 dB with the Q at 1. I'm boosting 2K by 3 dB with the Q at 0.5. No high cut, no high gain, level is the same. For the delay that does the megaphone-like delay, I have this analog delay with the delay time on 158 milliseconds, the feedback on 15, the high cut at 6.3, the effect level at 58, and the direct mix at 100. This makes it sound a lot like a megaphone. For the reverb, I have Hall reverb, set to 3.2 seconds, no pre-delay, low cut at 100, high cut at 10K, density at 10, and effect level at 59. I got the solo turned on for the solo EQ, set to amp out, no low cut, no high cut, taking away 3.15K by 3.5 dB with the Q at 16. I'm using contour 3 with the frequency shift at 0. In this first panel EQ here, I have it set to amp in, taking away a lot of the lows so you can get more of a crunchy palm mute. -2 at 31 Hz, -5 at 62 Hz, -6.5 at 125, -4.5 at 250, -1.0 at 500, +2.5 at 1K, +1.5 at 2K, +1.5 at 4K, +2.5 at 8K, +5.5 at 16K, and the level's on 0. And this is a GE10 set to amp in. And the second panel EQ here, low cut at 100, boosting at 500 Hz by 6 dB with the Q at 1, taking away 800 Hz by 3 dB with the Q at 0.5, high cut at 10K, taking away 1 dB of high gain, and I have the level on +15 for this. This is just because I'm using the clean channel and I didn't want to turn the gain up to get more volume. And I'm also just too lazy to turn the master knob. And the noise suppressor's on 50, release on 0, and that is the main riff tone. The lead tone is basically the same thing. It's basically all the same parameters with everything changed by a minuscule amount. I'll click through everything so you can pause it and copy each one. Here's the boost. Here's the chain, same chain. Here's the booster, the rat booster. Here's the mod. It's the compressor again. Here's the parametric EQ in the front. It's pretty much the same. Here's the first delay. This is a little different. The effect level is a lot higher, and the high cut's at 8. Still not using the second delay. Reverb time. Reverb is on. Same thing. Basically the same. Solo's the same. Contour is the same. This EQ is the same. And this EQ is pretty much the same, I think. And that, yeah. It's all basically the same. It's just a little bit punchier in the mids. Let me get my other guitar. The clean tone's basically the same one I use in every video. Just modified a little bit. You'll be able to download this from the description if you don't want to copy. But it's got a limiter on there. I originally made this tone for the rooster from Alice in Chains, and I just like it so much that I manipulate it for every tone that I do for cleans, if it's close. Got this limiter, threshold at 40, ratio at 3x5x1, attack at 42, release at 8. Rack type is 160D. Got the DC30. So you can achieve a stereo sound if you're using the line out with this. If you use chain 2-1 and you set this to D/E, when you use the line out with the USB, it's going to record in stereo. And that's really nice for covers and stuff. But for the video, I just double tracked it, and I'm using chain 3-1. I got analog delay, just doubling it, making a subtle flange going on. No second delay. The reverb is set to plate, 3.5 seconds, 20 millisecond pre-delay, 315 low cut, 6.3 high cut, density at 10, effect level at 52. The solo is on for the solo EQ. Taking away 630 Hz by 2.5 dB with the Q at 16, high cut at 6.3, boosting that up by 1.5 dB. I'm on Contour 1, Type 2 with the frequency shift at 7. I have this graphic EQ set to amp in the panel EQ here, minus 12 at 31, minus 12 at 62, plus 1.5 at 125, minus 8.5 at 250, 0 at 500, plus 5.5 at 1K, plus 7.5 at 2K, plus 5.0 at 4K, minus 3.0 at 8K, and 0 at 16K, and the level's on minus 5. I got this parametric EQ, boosting up 630 Hz by 4 dB with the Q at 8, low cut at 100 Hz, boosting up 800 Hz by 4 dB with the Q at 8, a high cut at 6.3 again, and the level is boosted up by 10. This is so I can get a louder sound again. I'm just too lazy to turn the master knob. For the walk down before the solo, I was in the neck position. And for all of the verses, I was in the bridge spot. Towards the end of the song, the whole song comes up 2 frets. So yeah, if you own a Boss Katana and you want to cover this song, go for it. There's not that many covers for it on YouTube. If you want to watch my cover for it, you can click right here, right there, up there somewhere. But yeah, thanks for watching, and until the next one.